am Tanya, and along with my co host Praveen Casey, on the behalf of Curry Leaf Maths Club and MTTS Trust, I welcome you all to today's session. We are delighted to have with us today Dr. Ramya Nair, who is a postdoctoral researcher at Institute of Mathematical Science, Chennai. She completed her PhD in mathematics from IISER Pune after earning her master's degree in mathematics from University of Mumbai. Dr. Ramya has also contributed as a mentor at MTTS 2025 camp at IISER Pune, spending time in guiding young students in mathematics. It's our pleasure to have her with us today, and we look forward for an insightful interaction. So welcome again, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
So shall we begin, ma'am?
Sure.
So my first question to you is, how did you came to know about MTTS?
That was long back actually, when I was a first year BSc student. So that is when I had heard about MTTS from my teachers at my college. So I had attended a level O camp after my first year BSc, and the camp was in ICT in Mumbai. So yeah, so that is how I got. I mean, that was the first time I heard about MTTS, and I applied and I got in also. So yeah, that is how I first heard of MTTS.
Ma'am, after level 1, have you attended any other camps or?
So level O is the one that I attended in ICT Mumbai. Level 2, I did not attend because our HOD forgot to post the forms. So we had applied and the forms were never posted. So yeah, at that time everything was offline. I mean, it wasn't online. So then I attended level 2 when I was in MSc first year. So I attended that in RI Mysore, Regional Institute of Education in Mysore. So that was a wonderful experience. I met Anand sir, and he taught us algebra, and a lot of other friends that I'm even in touch with, like even today, like those friends and all I've met in those camps. So Arusha was one of them. Arusha, yeah, and I met in that level 2 camp in 2015.
Okay, ma'am. So in MTTS, there is a quote that is, I am proving myself. So like, how far is that true in your case? I mean, as a mentor and as a student, what are the various insights that you have got from MTTS?
To be honest, as a mentor, I couldn't interact with you guys as much as I wanted to because I was busy with essay. So I think that insight I'll have to tell you the next time I am actually mentoring and, have full, so that full scale of interaction that I wanted with you guys, I couldn't get. So as a student, it was a particularly enlightening experience because that is the first time you get to meet so many students who are like you, who are as passionate as you are about mathematics and from such diverse backgrounds. So there were like some of my batchmates were from IITs and some from, the remotest part of the country where, yeah, so that kind of a diverse background we had, and we all got to learn about each other's, learn about each other, like our mathematical interests and abilities and all that aside. Like, yeah, we made great friends there. So as I told you, like I'm in touch with a lot of them even now. So it has been like 10 years, 10, 11 years, and I'm still very good friends with them. Some of them are potential collaborators. So yeah, in a lot of ways, like my mathematical journey sort of started from there.
So that's great, ma'am.
Sure. Yes.
So ma'am, I also wanted to ask, how far is like MTTS classrooms different from usual classrooms in ways of thinking, answering and all?
Of course, it is different in the sense that, sorry.
No,
what was the last thing that you said? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, sir. The discussion time, that is the most significant difference in a normal classroom and an MTTS classroom. So of course, like the way in which they teach and all that, that keeps changing. It's very dynamical. Like it wasn't exactly the same way like when we were in MTTS. So that was there, of course. Those differences aside, discussion hour is the most important time where you are actually talking to people who are more or less of your level. So that has a huge part in confidence building. So you understand that, okay, you're not the only one who has understood this. You also see that, okay, you're not the smartest person in the room. You're also seeing that, okay, you're probably not the dumbest person in the room. So that sort of, yeah, it's sort of, there's this humility aspect that comes to you at the end of MTTs, and also confidence. Like that, if that I can, like if I think enough, I can. So that kind of a thing.
Ma'am, it is true that discussion helps us to refine our mathematical skills and build our confidence. So now I'm curious to know how and when did you decided to pursue mathematics as your career? Was it your first choice?
So, I mean, this answer is not going to be very insightful because I chose mathematics. Like, I chose to do a BSc in mathematics by elimination. As in, I did not want to do engineering, I did not want to do medicine. So, I went for a BSc course. So, in my first year, I had chemistry, physics, and math, and I did not like the other two. So that is how I decided to pursue a major in mathematics. So, yeah. So, and then of course, then doing an MSc was the natural course of action. And when I went to the university for my master's, like I met two like really amazing teachers who further um, not motivated me to pursue mathematics, but who genuinely sparked my interest in mathematics. And yeah, I wanted to learn and see what lies ahead also.
Okay, ma'am. So now, next what we have in our list is a rapid fire round. So,
Okay.
so the rules are like very simple and direct. Whatever comes to
Okay.
your mind, the first thought, that is your answer.
Okay.
Okay. So first question is, what are your hobbies and interests outside mathematics?
So I like to read. I read a lot of fiction. Historical fiction is my favorite genre.
Any favorite books or
So
author?
right now I'm reading Hilary Mantel. So she has written this trilogy about 16th century England, about this King Henry VIII. So yeah, that is what I'm currently reading, and that it is she's a very good author. Like this is probably the best historical fiction I've read.
Okay. Now, if mathematics were a person, how would you describe his or her personality?
Um, Elusive,
Okay.
like
Then,
it's, huh?
if you were forced to take some other subject other than mathematics, which one would you pick?
So I would pick either English literature or history.
Okay. Now, describe MTTS in one word or phrase.
So they teach us to think. I mean, rather than saying they teach mathematics, because mathematics you can learn elsewhere also, they train you to think, to use your own brain.
Okay. Now, you have attended many camps. So, out of all the foods that you have had at MTTS camp, which is your favorite food?
Food, um, I don't know, sweets, I guess. I don't remember the other things, but yeah, the desserts.
Okay. Now, any funny or memorable incidents from MTTS that you can recall now?
So, nothing like that. I mean, I cannot think of anything right now, but yeah, like nothing funny particularly.
Or something that is insightful, something that you always, treasure as a memory?
So the main thing that I treasure from MTTS is the contacts that I made. Like as I keep saying, more than mathematics for me, MTTS was a place where I made lifelong friends. So mathematics, yeah, of course, you have books, you have things outside, you can pick up mathematics, that is okay. But yeah, you meet a lot of friends, you make a lot of friends. So one thing that I would like to say is it is not something that happened during MTTS, but after our masters were over and we were preparing for competitive exams and interviews and all of that, we had a group on Facebook, like with a couple of the level two friends that we had. We used to solve like NVHM question papers on Facebook chat. I mean, I cannot even imagine like how did we do all that, but then yeah, we used to do that. Like we used to type our answers. So that was not funny, but it was a very interesting thing, which I yeah look back and think that okay, that was something like I had some serious interest in that.
Okay, ma'am. With that great reply, I would say that marks the end of rapid fire session.
Okay.
So nice to hear, ma'am, all answers from you. It was a fun loving round. So, last but not the least, what are the suggestions that you would like to give to the students who would be attending MTTS camp in the future?
So one thing is, of course, I mean, I think they will also say this enough that you have to take it seriously. Like you have to be ready to, you know, uh, work hard. Like, and the other thing is, I think a lot of students, like even myself, like we are really scared to make mistakes, give wrong answers. We are like too much in our head thinking about, or like, what if I sound stupid? But that is usually just a fear. Like all people around you, maybe there may be one or two people who are exceptional, but other people are all your level. So a lot of them are probably having the same questions as you. So you should think of it as, I'm taking the initiative for this particular point to be discussed. It should be like that. I mean, you should not be afraid to make mistakes. You should not be afraid to uh, give wrong answers. So that is actually one of the, you know, um, better ways to learn to make mistakes. Because if you get everything right the first time, you only know that one way. But when you're making a mistake and learning what is right, there are two things you're learning: what doesn't work, and you know what works also. So you just don't be scared. You just think properly, and that's all.
So that's true, ma'am. Excellent advice. Mistakes are the first step in the learning. So now that brings us to an end of this beautiful conversation with Dr. Ramya Nair. It was truly an engaging interaction. On the behalf of Curry Leaf Maths Club and MTTS Trust, we sincerely thank you, ma'am, for taking the time to be with us and sharing your experience and insights with us. It was truly an inspiring interaction. We would like to love to work with you again in future. And thank you again, ma'am, for giving us your valuable time.
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much for the interview. You guys were lovely too.
Thank you.
Like, do
You,
you
ma'am.
want to say something more? Like, if we have missed something.
Yeah. What is it?
Okay, okay. I'm saying, like, if we have missed something that you want to answer, or like, do you have something more to say?
I mean, it is just that one of the things would be if you are continuing down this path or any path, don't take personal opinions of people very seriously. You should value their professional opinions, as in if they are your professors or whatever, like their mathematical intuition and all of that, you should take seriously. But their personal opinions, you should not take it very seriously. So that is one thing. I mean, you may have to hear. I mean, you may work with a lot of people. So one thing is to not take their personal opinion of what you're doing or how you're doing very personally.
Yeah, thank you. That's, I think, an advice that we all need.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, after going through all of this, you realize that, okay, personal opinions of people are not that important.
Yeah, right. Definitely.